Again, Grandmama and Aunt Doris, how do you keep a marriage going when you don't really like your husband?
Well, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Well, I just went to church and my children went to church with me, and I just let him alone. But I prayed for him 50 years before he gave his heart to the Lord. 2 years before he passed away.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, that's gonna make me cry.
He would do everything in the world that he thought I would. I went to church one time and come back, and he had all my flowers pulled up.
Mm.
I said, "What did you do that for?" He said, "All the mosquitoes was bothering his dog."
Mm.
They actually.
And then, well, he killed another little tree that I had out there. Well, I let that go. But he was going to do something that Bonnie had given me, or I got it somewhere. And I told him that if you pull that up, I don't know what I'm going to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
So he left it alone, so I had that.
It was funny. One time,
Yeah.
it was some, he wouldn't put things up. And his shaving stuff was sitting on the cabinet. So Doris put it out in the yard. And he come in there and he saw that where it was, and he picked up a bunch of plates that was sitting there and put them out in the yard. And they stayed out there. Did Aunt Vera come pick them up?
I don't know, but I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
I remember that doing him that, but I don't know who.
I think Aunt Vera came and picked them up.
That's
So they were funny.
okay. What about you and Granddad?
I had one way of settling things with him. Because you could not argue with him. He'd make me so angry. I had one bad word, and lots of times he'd make me say it. And then I'd feel so bad. But
What was the bad word?
I'm not telling you. Anyway, he would, I would be on the subject that we were arguing about. And he would take an angle off and bring in something that didn't even, have any.
Have anything to do with it?
Yeah. And so I'd just shut up. And that was my way. I just shut up and wouldn't say a word. And so one day, he said something, and I said, "Let me tell you something. While you were talking, I'm saying words faster than you do everything in my mind." And next time we had a disagreement, and I shut up, he said, "What you thinking?" But I would. There's been days when I'd go 3 days without speaking to him. So my way I had it, it was bad. I said, "I won't tell them all that." Nope.
Mm.
And I was always so glad when it was over because we talked all the time.
So talking is important, even in arguing.
Well, better than silence.
How do you keep the romance alive?
It's a
Just
secret.
don't talk.
It's a secret.
Talk.
We-
That remains in the dark.
Yes, it does. And sometimes with the lights on.
Oh, what about kids? What was the thing you loved most about raising kids?
What'd you say?
What was about being a mom? What's the most important thing about being a mom?
Understanding, I guess. And patience.
Patience. That's right. But he wouldn't have anything to do with the children. These kids here, he never talked to him. They never picked him up when they was babies. and he didn't. He just it was just himself. And when the children all got grown and away, well, I sold a lot, and he said, "Why don't you talk to me?" I said, "Well, I have nothing to say to you. You don't even confirm with your children." And I said, "I don't have anything to say to you." Well, I guess I shouldn't have done that, but I finally prayed. I said, "God, do what you have to do to bring him in." Well, he got sick. I didn't want that, but he got sick in 2 years. He passed away. But in the meantime, he had was baptized and had his loved the Lord then.
Heart saved.
He told Ben, "I want what Doris has got." I said, "You can't have it. You can have something like it."
At least you made an impression, ain't Dora?
Yeah.
You lived it.
He told the kids that he was sorry, but he never said a word to me, where he passed away without him telling me he was sorry, but I was glad he gave his heart to the Lord before he left.
I think we can count you Sister Patience.
I hope I don't have to be that patient. Actually, my husband, he loves Jesus, but he's a good man.
Didn't have any problem with Daryl. I mean, Elmo not loving Daryl. He loved him, and Daryl idolized his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Old fortune teller told me once, said, "Your son really loves you," but said he idolizes his dad. I had to say, yeah.
So, Vonda, you have any questions?
He never would go to the do the kids' graduation. Joyce and I went to, when Joyce come up when Ronnie was out of school, and Bill come, but he didn't go with
And you,
Bill.
Aunt Doris, you have 2 kids, right? 3? Joyce?
David Ronald, you don't know him, I don't think.
Oh,
And then Stanley and Judy.
okay. So Judy, Stanley, and David?
David Ronald.
Where's he live?
What?
Where's David live?
Ronnie. Where does Ronnie live?
Oh, he lives in Pearsall. That's where we lived for a long time.
So, what was y'all's favorite thing about when you were growing up? Or, like, a story that you just sticks out in your mind? Yeah.
Childhood.
Your childhood when you were a little girl.
Mama raised her until
I don't know. I didn't have no. Well, I thought Bessie was my mother until I learned better, And
weren't you sick 18 months when your mother died?
no, we 18 months. No, it was 11 months.
Oh,
And I never knew what a mother was. I thought Bessie was until they told me, and that just like broke my heart.
How did
But
she...
if she was take me and raised me, but her husband said, "If you don't get rid of that kid, I'm not coming back." So I went back home.
jealous, wasn't he?
Daddy
was jealous of you.
Yeah, I guess so.
So how did your mom die?
Tuberculosis, wasn't it? She was sick a good while.
Okay, Grandmama, what about you? What's a memory you have?
one of my real nice memories is Papa Brasco. He'd come to Mama's house, and I would walk with him, go back home with him, and he would go. It was across D. Smith's place, Charlie's place, and Uncle Bob's place, and then another little place. It was a good way over there. But you know, we'd walk that complete time thing, and Papa would never say a word hardly. He wasn't a talking man. But I loved him. I just really did. And I was the quietest sleeper, so when we stayed over there overnight, I got to sleep with Papa on the feather bed
Oh.
because I didn't turn.
I love to tell that
Hmm?
they used to play with you, get on the floor around, and you knew everybody's birthday, and she knew too much.
She still does.
Yeah.
I have to call her and ask her questions about dates and times and.
How do you keep your mind so fresh, Grandmama and Aunt Doris?
What?
How do you keep your mind so so fresh and clear?
How do I keep it?
Yeah, you're still so bright, and you know
Well,
so many.
I don't know. I just
Do you read?
yeah,
Do you still read?
can't read.
She can't see either.
Can't see?
Lord, my eyes are going away. I don't think it'll go plumb, but I'm taking that octopus. That's for your eyes. And the doctor said that it couldn't be healed. No, couldn't be made right.
Yeah.
But said that would prolong that you take that octopus.
And Grandmama, I know you do crossword puzzles.
And read. I mean, listen now. I read all my life. Mama's done many a time, and I'd be over in the corner somewhere in the house with a book, and all the kids would be out playing. She said, Billy, get up and get out there and play. I love my books better than I love playing.
And you can tell.
Do you remember the time you washed the windows with milk?
No.
You stood up on the, you know, it had a bench, and then you put some milk in.
I know they told me that Jackie, he's 2.5 years younger than me, was crying, so I wasn't. Couldn't have been over 3. I was feeding him cornbread. When Mama called me, you know, she didn't punish me because she thought, oh, I thought I was doing good.
How much age difference is there between Grandma Finnegan and you, Aunt Doris?
What?
How much difference is between you and
Huh?
Grandma Finnegan? How much older was your sister?
She was born in 1895, and Doris was born in 1915.
Did you see how quick that math came out of my grandmama?
Well, it's really easy. Papa Turnell was born in 90, so all I have to do is just add 10 years to whatever year it is. Just like Delaney. All she'll have to remember is 12,
Yes.
because she was born in 2000.
Yeah, that's like me because I was born in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have to study on some of them.
Grandmama, do you remember me calling you a few weeks after Zachary was born, and we were talking about the day he was born, and I said, yeah, he was born on the 13th, or, you know, and you go, Vonda, honey, your baby was not born on the 13th. He was actually born on June 12th. I did not know. He came
Hello.
2.5 weeks early, and then so fast.
So, can y'all give Bart some advice about being a good husband?
Patience, Bart. Patience.
Mark's been working with me on that.